up? It's your brother. And hopefully your friend, Big Hill. Rob Quasey in the building. Each one teach one. What you talking about today, Hill? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Why you keep making these videos, Hill? Ain't nobody listening to you. Because I can, because I want to. That's why. And when I transition into the realm of the Igoon Goon, maybe those who really loved and cared about me, I have a whole YouTube channel with me on there just talking, and maybe they'll be able to pick up on some of the wisdom that I've laced my channel with through some of the things I've said, and benefit from it when I'm gone, even if they don't listen to me while I'm alive. People don't tend to want to listen to you when you're here, but when you're gone, they start looking for keepsakes and ribbons. So I got a whole YouTube channel that maybe my brother, I know he'll watch it. He'll listen to it. When he think about me, he can just plug in my YouTube channel and listen to what his brother was talking about and reminisce. But anyway, I don't plan on going nowhere no time soon, but I'm going to still keep on making stuff for my YouTube channel. So, what I really cut this camera on about was this, man. I was thinking about this. I said I wanted to talk about it. So I seen a headline today that the Cash App founder, somebody ran up on him and stuck him. Yeah! And that man's dead. So my thoughts around it, I was like, well, damn, I'm gonna assume dude was a billionaire, because most of these app creators that we use are billionaires. But even if he wasn't a billionaire, I know he worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Cash App itself, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll Google his net worth and give you some idea of what he was worth. But I'm like, so when you're worth that much money, man, what kind of karmic debt did you create that makes somebody want to run up on you and kill you? See, my first thought was like, damn, you got all that money, motherfucker shouldn't even been able to get close enough to you to stab you. But I come up in the streets and, anybody can get it. So my next thought was like, okay, so what kind of wrongdoing, what kind of karmic debt did you put out into the universe? What kind of image did you have? And when you start talking about those 100% and 1% folk, there's a lot of things go on in there that we don't know about. But I was just like, what kind of karmic debt did you create that makes somebody want to run up and kill you? I was like, wow. And that's what I want to talk about. Because see, today, I'm 57 years old. Ain't nobody in the world wanting to kill me, man. Because I live upright and righteous. Now, if you go back 21 years ago, because I have a date in my life that was an ending and a beginning. It's like two lives, one ended and one started. Before October the 5th, 2001, I was a whiskey swilling, crack smoking, weed smoking, thug nigga, wicked, evil, and unrighteous, man. That's who I was. Ask anybody that knew me back then, they'll tell you. But when I finally bottomed out in that life, and I was so wicked and evil, hell, even my dad tried to kill me. He shot me. I messed with him. I played him too close. And he took his pistol and blasted my ass. And then comes October the 5th, I bottom out with the drugs and the alcohol, and I began a process of recovery. Not just from drugs and alcohol, but a recovering human being, recovering from a plethora of issues and things that I had going on with me. But one of the things that I began to do was be upright and righteous in how I live my life. And I think, and it took me 3, 5, 6 years for me to get to that place where I understood that what I put out in the universe gonna come back to me. See, my mother was trying to tell me years ago, when I was like 24, 25, she was trying to tell me, man, that, you know, you're gonna get what you're gonna reap what you sow. But like most young folk don't want to listen to their elders and their parents, think you know it all, so you kind of dismiss it. So life had to give me that lesson. And it was a painful lesson, very uncomfortable lesson. Like most of the lessons I learned, I had to learn the hard way because I wouldn't listen. So the first phases of my recovery and the first early years of my recovery, even though I had put the dope down and the alcohol down, I was still living a life based on who I was. I hadn't really evolved. So, you know, so at that time, you know, I had to really check myself and do some real good shadow work, man, and understand who I am and the things that I needed to change about myself, right? So I made a decision, man, to be upright and righteous. And that's how I live my life today. You know, and I'm grateful, man, that at 57 years old, I have enough knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to know that I don't need to live my life in such a way that I want people to run up and cause harm to me. You know, yeah, I mean, tomorrow ain't promised to none of us, regardless of how we live our life. Because it rains on the just as well as the unjust. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is that ain't nobody out here, man, trying to cause me no harm. Why? Because of the way I live my life. I live in a frequency and a vibration that's righteous. So the universe has to respond to that. And that's usually what I get back. You know, most of the things that go on in my life, man, you know, some days, man, I wake up, you know, I still can get wicked, you know. It's just that I understand the energies within myself. When it's time to go to war, man, I go in my lower self and I channel that sentient energy. Now it's time to wreck shop. But I understand that, you know, the dangerous person that I am now is controlled compared to the dangerous person I was before October 5th, 2001. Back then, I was out of control. Very dangerous. I would hurt you. Today, I'm not going to do nothing to you. Unless I have to. Unless I don't want to say placed in a circumstance, because most circumstances I place myself in by my decisions. But then again, you can't be a victim of circumstances. But any circumstance that I'm in that requires me to do something to somebody, I will. I am. God damn it, I'm still from the I'm gonna get you before you get me. That's just how it is. If I don't get you before you get me, it won't be because I wasn't trying to. So I'm just saying, you know, these are all the thoughts, man, that I had, and I was thinking about this wealthy guy, this Cash App dude that somebody rolled up on him and stabbed. That's the story. I don't know what the hell happened to him. That could be just some shit they put out. But I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go with the narrative, right? How the hell you worth $100 million, man, and somebody rolled up on you and stabbed you? What kind of life are you living that even makes somebody want to cause harm to you like that? If I got $100 million, man, ain't no man, no. I'm not creating no enemies. I'm not living my life in a manner that makes someone want to run up on me and end my life. Now, you know, it might want to make somebody run up on me and try to rob me because they know I got money. And if I don't give them that money, then yeah, they might want to end my life. And that could be what happened to him. I doubt it, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just something I'm saying. But you know, the whole point is this. You know, I said all that to say this, man. Most of the time, we create our circumstances, right? So, when you put negative, foul energy out into the universe, you have to be responsible for that. That's going to come back to you. When I started studying the shit that Tesla was doing, Tesla said, you know, when you understand vibration and frequency, and energy, then you understand the universe a little bit better. When you come to understand the universal laws and how they operate, immutable universal laws, when you study them and you understand how they operate, and you understand the world just looks a little bit different, and it makes you think more about how you proceed in this reality. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it did for me. So I know fully well, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. My experiences bears witnesses to the truth that I'm speaking, because ever since I learned these things, it changed the way I operate, and I've reaped nothing but peace and serenity and contentment since then. Yeah, I had a few things, man, where, you know, my stress levels get high, man, and one day I found myself out on the side of the highway ready to try to kill some goddamn body. But that happened, and I had to really look at it. I was like, man, what, woo. That was a lose-lose for you and him. Because the same thing you had on your mind, he had on his, so it wasn't going to end well for neither one of you. But fortunately, I understand conflict resolution, and I was able to quell that energy within myself and walk away, even though I knew I could do damage. But see, when that happened, it had been so long since I had that kind of energy well up inside me that had me acting like that. So I had to really unpack that and find out what was going on with me at that time that may compel me to get to that place, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not who I am today. I have more temperance. I have more self-control. But that day, man, whew, I was off the motherfucking chain. They had done let the dog out, goddammit, and he was ready to bite some damn body. And it scared me. Because I'm like, bro, where'd that come from? Do you know? Was you ready to sit down for 25 years? Or were you ready to die? Obviously I was, because when it's time to go to war, you don't step on no battlefield unless you're ready to die on it. Not only am I a warrior, I'm a soldier too. Anyway, you gotta be responsible for your energy, man. You gotta understand the frequency that you vibrate in. And the law of attraction say, man, you attract to you what you are. That's the law of attraction, man. That's an immutable, universal law. You attract to you what you are. The frequency and vibration that you put out in the universe responds, and it starts sending shit back. Old folk used to say it like this: baby, when you do good, good follow you. When you do bad, bad follow you. Same thing. Our ancestors was on point. They knew. It's just that I'm using, you know, I got 50-cent words, you know what I'm saying? I read a few books. But even our ancestors, who mostly were illiterate, knew spirituality and the laws of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. So, man, be responsible for that energy you put out, man, and make sure you vibrate in the frequency of love, righteousness, and harmony. Do my art. Balance, harmony, justice, truth.